That's it. I mean, if you own and control stuff and you accumulate it, then it's yours. So this concept, going back to this concept of the unrealized loss, I think it's really important to almost meditate on it, especially when you get a little nervous, you look at your broker statement, you're scared to death. Try your best, because this is something even I have to do. I have money, I've been investing a long time, but I'm still a human being, I still have emotions. And my awareness of those emotions is to say, okay, boys, you owned 400 shares of this stock before, it's worth less right now, but it's an unrealized loss because you still own 400 shares. What you had before is still the same. It's like our house. When we got our house, the value goes up and down, but it's still the same house that it was the day before. It still has the same number of bedrooms, the same square footage, same everything. But imagine if every day somebody came and knocked on your door and said, yesterday your house was worth $372,042. Today it's worth $365,000 and $292.14. So if you were to sell your house today, you would get $7,000 less than you would have gotten yesterday. And then imagine if you were like, man, dang, I'm having a bad day, right? Because it makes you feel like crap. And somebody says, well, why are you having a bad day? What's going on? Man, I just lost $7,000 today. Would that make any sense? Would that make any sense? No, it wouldn't make any sense because you didn't really lose anything. At least not right now. You're not planning on selling your house right now. You're going to live in that thing. It's the same house. It's got the same number of bedrooms, the same number of bathrooms. Everything that was there yesterday is still there today. It's just the market has told you that if you choose to come outside and sell right now, you're not going to get as much as you would have gotten before. So an unrealized loss, to me, it's like understanding something very basic that we've always known our whole life. If we're inside this building and somebody says, it's thunderstorming outside, how many of you are gonna get wet right now? Nobody, because the roof is a good roof. And as long as we stay inside until the storm is over, we're never gonna get wet. So who cares if it's raining outside? You just stay inside the building, stay dry. So when the market starts to thunderstorm and prices start dropping, you know what I do? I try not to go outside. I try not to go outside. Now, what would make you have to go outside? Well, maybe if you didn't prepare or you have a meeting coming up or something requires you to go outside, you might have to go out and get wet, right? And that's a little bit tough. That makes your day tougher, right? So with investing, the same thing is true. When you acquire your assets, what leads you to sell? Well, a lot of times we sell maybe because we just need the cash, right? So one of the first things I'm going to tell you in terms of how to deal with a declining economy in terms of protecting your money is that wealthy people tend to keep more money in cash during downturns. They do it for at least a couple of reasons. There's more than that, but I'm going to give you a couple. One is if you have bought stock, let's say on margin is where you borrow some of the money to buy your stock. Well, sometimes when the value of that stock drops, you get what is called a margin call, where the broker says either you have to sell some of your stock, sell your assets, which you don't want to do because the prices are low, or you got to put more cash in, put more skin in the game in order to stay in the game. You got to put more cash up in order to maintain ownership of that asset. Like one of the fears that Elon Musk had when he was trying to buy Twitter, which was a very bad decision, by the way, in my opinion, it wasn't about money, it was really about politics, was that because Tesla stock had taken a hit and Twitter stock had taken a hit, he was at risk of getting margin calls from his banks. That the banks were going to say, look, your equity values are dropping, so you're going to need more cash flow in order to deal with that.